sound younger? Would she talk really slow or would she talk really fast? And
Hi, Emma. How are you?
hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Congratulations on this movie. I'm a huge Disney Pixar fan, so whenever they release something new, it's like it's an amazing day. This movie was so magical because you really did get lost in this world, kind of when we needed to escape. What was your audition process like for getting the role of Giulia?
Well, the audition process, I got the original audition in November 2019. That's just when Pixar sent the original audition. And so I recorded that and I sent that in, and then they called me in for a callback at the Pixar campus. So that was my first time going to Pixar. It was so cool. I had such a good time. And this was before COVID. And so everything was like open. There were a ton of people there. It was just such an incredible experience. And then after the callback, they booked me for a scratch recording, which is kind of like laying down the tracks for the people at Pixar to kind of understand more of like the flow and stuff. It's just kind of doing the preliminary voice. I kind of feel like it's like a rough draft kind of thing. So that's what scratch recording was. And then in March of 2020, I got the Zoom call from Enrico Casarosa and Andrea Warren, and they told me that I got the part of Giulia. So that was the audition process. It was really fun. I know lots of people have like a really long audition process, but this one was fairly short.
Very cool. How did you come up with the voice of Giulia? Because I know voice acting, you go into it, you're like, do I do something different with my voice? Do I just kind of talk like I normally talk, or do I speed it up? How did it come about shaping the voice of her?
Right. I mean, definitely for the original edition, I was like playing around with, should I make my voice maybe older? Should I sound younger? Would she talk really slow or would she talk really fast? And those are all fun things. And I just kind of landed on my regular voice. I mean, this is just how I did Giulia. I did my regular voice and I naturally talk fast, and I feel like she kind of would too, because she's such a positive, like just excited, cheerful character. So I figured she would talk similar to me, and that was a really fun process of figuring out like how I think she would sound, and I kind of just landed on how I talk normally.
And do you have a favorite part of this recording process? Because I know with COVID, it was obviously different. You probably weren't able to be with the other actors in the studio. So did you ever get to even work with them? Or was it all just kind of you bouncing off the people who were, on Zoom with you or something like that?
I did not get to work with any of the other actors, but what was really helpful, Enrico Casarosa, the director, he's such an incredible actor too. He's just such a multi-talented, triple gajillion talented, awesome person. He's creative and everything, but he was a really good actor, and he was helping me a lot. He was reading the lines before, and so that was helpful, that because I didn't work with any of the other actors, that he was like reading the lines, and it was really helpful for me to react to those lines. So that's kind of how we recorded without the other actors. And then I guess a favorite moment, at least recording, was when Enrico let me kind of riff on some of the cheeses for Giulia's catchphrase. So I did, the Santa Mozzarella, Santa Pecorino, Gorgonzola, all of those. That was one of my favorite parts of recording.
So was there a scene that because you obviously, like you said, you recorded separately, you may see like rough drafts of your character. What final product scene like amazed you the most, or were you most excited to see come to life?
I think at least for the first time when I watched the movie, one of my favorite ones to see, and just one of my favorite ones to record too, was when Giulia and Luca are looking through a telescope, and it's kind of like a two-part scene, and then she gives Luca the El Universo book, and she crosses out her name and writes Luca. That scene when they're talking about astronomy, and they're just so passionate. I think that's definitely my favorite one, because it's so cool to see how they're connecting through their interests, and how Luca wants to learn, and how Giulia wants to learn more, and she also wants to teach him. I think that's just such a heartwarming scene, and from there to the rest of the film, I already started crying. That's the first time I cried, and then the rest of the time I did not stop crying.
That's how you know it's a good Pixar movie, though. If a Pixar movie doesn't make you cry,
yes.
then yeah, you got to go back. What's it been like to see a character that you voice come to life and be in toys, like dolls, on blankets, all over? Like, have you started collecting that stuff? Do you have a favorite thing you've seen your character on?
Oh my God, it's been so cool. I mean, there's such incredible merch for Giulia. I mean, there's this Funko Pop here. I think that one's one of my favorites. There's a plush too, and then there are all these like random awesome things that she's on, like you said, like blankets, bed sheets, shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, and phone cases. It's so fun to know that I voiced that character, and it makes me so happy, and it just gives me all this bubbly energy that it's so exciting that I got to voice her, and it's really, really cool to see her in different products.
I mean, the cool thing is now you have Christmas birthday presents for everybody. You just kind of send them one of these. You're just like, hey,
yes.
You know?
I'm guilty. I do that.
Hey, if it works, it works. Pixar movies are known for their Easter eggs. When you go through and you watch these movies, do you look for those types of things? And did you have a favorite thing that you maybe found when watching Luca?
I am not really good at finding them, but I have watched a ton of videos of like Pixar's Luca Easter eggs and stuff. There are some really cool ones. I know, and I think pretty much every single Pixar movie, there's the Pizza Planet truck or whatever it is. And in this sense, it was a little Italian car. It was really fun. And then in one of the scenes when Luca and Alberto are riding on their bicycles down a hill, for a split second, you see the Pixar ball rolling. And I watched that video, and then I watched Luca again. I was trying to find all these things, and they all moved by so fast. I don't know how people find them.
You gotta watch it like frame by frame, just really
like
slow.
second, half a millisecond by second, and then you'll find everything.
And I think Giulia is such a great role model for not only girls, but boys as well. What is something that you learned from her?
I think she teaches all of us to just have a positive energy. I think that's one of her main things, is that she has such a positive energy, and she's just such a good friend, and I think she's such a good daughter and a good friend. And I think something that we can all learn from her is like how hard she works, to work hard, because she definitely teaches us that, and she inspires me to work hard and be cheerful. I think those are two things that Giulia really inspires me to do. And I think they're different for everybody too. Like Giulia may inspire you to follow your dreams, and Giulia may inspire you to do this and be a loyal friend and stuff. And she definitely inspires all of us to do that. But I think for me, the biggest one that she does personally for me is that she works so hard, and that's what really inspires me.
And along with merchandise and all that, there's been a great fan response. I've seen tons of fan art and all of that. What's it like to hear the response back? Have people sent you fan art and tagged you and that kind of stuff?
Oh my God, it's been so cool. Because I have Instagram, and when I go to like my tagged photos and I see this beautiful fan art and people like making edits of Giulia and even me, it's so cool that I see this. It's been absolutely awesome and incredible, and I've just been really grateful for this opportunity and everything that it has become of it, everything that it has brought.
Awesome. I'm still kind of waiting for a Pixar Disney movie crossover. Like, I want all these universes to kind of be together. So if you could take these three characters and have them go on an adventure with a different Pixar character, who would it be? Or a Disney character, either one.
That would be fun. I feel like it'd be kind of fun to see Luca, Alberto, and Giulia in the Monster universe, from Monster University and Monsters Inc., and how the monsters would accept him as a sea monster. I think that'd be a really cool mashup to see.
Maybe the school they're going to is Monsters University. You don't know.
That's so true. It could be.
And then what's next for you? Do you want to do more voice acting? Do you want to do more, in front of the camera type acting? What are your goals?
I definitely want to continue acting in front of the camera, and also I think it'd be fun to go behind it too. Maybe do some like art for some movie, I really like animated films. I think I do want to stick to that, doing animation or like storyboard design, or like changing lighting in a scene. I just think it's so cool, everything that goes behind making a film, especially an animated one, because you have to start from scratch. You don't have like the real actors, real people, and so I think that's really exciting to work on an animated film. I think that'd be really cool to go behind the camera in that sense, but also continue doing voiceover and just all kinds of acting. I would love to be in a movie, or like in an in-person on-camera film. I think that'd be really fun.
There's a million things you think you can't do. All you need is a chance to try.
Something's fishy with you two.